I really like telling you a little bit more about the background of my Resistance Girls series, the research I did, and what I liked about it. So this week it is about the Norwegian Assassin, the fourth book in the series, and one of my favorites. I don't think you can say that. It's like saying that you like one of your children better. But I truly enjoyed writing this book and doing the research on the Norwegian resistance in the Second World War, because I knew so little about it. So let me tell you a little bit in general about the Norwegian resistance, and I'll dive into the specific aspects that take place in the book in the next videos. So what was so special about the Norwegian resistance? First of all, I am quite convinced that their way of acting in the Second World War did change the course of the war, and it could have been even worse, and it could have lasted longer if we hadn't had the Norwegians standing up. It was a very well organized resistance movement. It was centrally organized from Oslo, from the capital, and they were in constant contact with the government in exile and the king in London. The king and his family were in London, and they had the advantage that Sweden, they share a long, very long border with Sweden, and Sweden was neutral in the Second World War, so they had a little bit more escape possibilities if resistance fighters were, in danger, and to escape that way and get to London. But of course the countries, it doesn't have the densely populated population like the Netherlands or even France. So resistance fighters could disperse more, just disappear in the mountains, which doesn't mean that there were awful executions and torture by the Nazis there. But why, I will just very shortly say how they changed the course of the war, and that is one of the biggest sabotage actions that took place, and that was the attack on the heavy water plant in Vemork in say a little bit of the middle of Norway, and that was spectacular, the way the resistance movement, the resistance fighters were able to attack this factory and prevent the Germans from making the first atomic bomb, which would have, changed the course of the world completely. But I'll tell you more about Esther, who joins the resistance movement, in my next video.